Okay, we'll start the boundary layer theory, concept of boundary layer theory. So boundary layer theory consists of development of boundary layer on flat plate and the factors affecting growth, then boundary layer thickness, displacement thickness, momentum and energy thickness, laminar sublayer, local and mean drag coefficients. Also the concept on hydrodynamically smooth and rough boundary, boundary layer separation and methods uh, to control the separation. So these entire parts are to be covered under this boundary layer theory chapter. So when a real fluid flows past a solid, the fluid particles stick to the solid surface. If the velocity of the fluid particles close to the solid boundary, for example, the flow is takes place inside the pipe, then what will happen? How the boundary is going to be created? So the velocity of the fluid particle close to the solid boundary. So this is the solid boundary of the pipe section. It is a conduit, and which is now equal to the velocity of the boundary, and this occurs as per the no slip condition. So for a static boundary, the fluid velocity at the boundary is zero, means the velocity at the boundary is almost zero. Then on the stationary surface to the free stream velocity of the fluid in a direction normal to the boundary. So it means to that the velocity here you are observing it is a maximum, and if you are observing the profile of the velocity, that depends upon the types of the flow is inside the conduit. So as a result of this velocity variation, a velocity gradient du by dy exists in the normal direction, and this velocity variations occurs in a very thin region. Now we'll describe in terms of this uh, boundary. This is the boundary and how this velocity is going to be changed from the boundary portions. So here use the component of the velocity, and these are the free stream velocities. Then Prandtl, that is Dr. Prandtl, he has explained the mixing theory, and he divided the flow of the fluid in the neighborhood of the solid boundary into the two regions. So the boundary layer is nothing but in the immediate vicinity of the solid boundary, where the viscous force and rotationality cannot be ignored. In this region, velocity gradient du by dy exists and fluid exerts the shear stress according to the Newton's law of the viscosity on the wall, and outer flow region, the velocity is constant and is equal to the free stream velocity. Flow is essentially irrotational, and the potential flow techniques may be utilized to obtain the velocity fields. See here, this is the velocity part, this is the boundary, and the outer flow irrotational region you can be observed with this diagram. Now, how this boundary layer, how the growth of the boundary layer over the flat plate. If you are inserted, this is the flat plate, and observe the flow here. So the considering the flow of a fluid having a free stream velocity, that is the u, this is the free stream velocity, over a smooth flat stationary plate placed parallel to the direction of the free stream. So see the in the earlier stage, that is the laminar boundary layer. Then in the latter case you are observing the turbulent boundary layer, and the laminar sublayer, that is this is the thickness is obtained, it goes away from the solid bond. So entirely this is a leading edge, and this is the prevailing edge. In the earlier stage you are observing here the laminar flow, then at the middle stage you are observing the transition zone, and later on you are observing the turbulent zone. Now velocity of the fluid on the plate surface is zero. We are discussing about the flat plate, and at some distance away from the plate the fluid is having the certain velocity, hence velocity gradient is set up. So this velocity gradient results into the shear stress. Shear stress retards the fluid motion in the vicinity of the flat plate. Therefore, the Reynolds number is explained, that is rho u x by mu. So Reynolds number can be expressed as we know the equation, that is rho Vd by mu, or can be expressed in terms of the kinematic viscosity, that is Vd by mu. So rho, then velocity component is u into the x is the distance, and mu is the coefficient of dynamic viscosity. Then what about the laminar boundary layer? Concept of the laminar boundary layer. So near the leading edge of the plate, the flow in the boundary layer is laminar. Of course, we have seen it. The length of the flat plate up to which the laminar boundary layer exists is called the laminar zone. And for flat plate, laminar boundary layer occurs up to the Reynolds number, which is now equal to 5 into 10 raised to 5. Then what about the turbulent boundary layer? So with increasing the value of x means the distance, the value of the Reynolds number is also increases. And of course, Reynolds number goes on increases, and always it is greater than this earlier one, which is observed with the laminar boundary layer. And the laminar boundary layer becomes the unstable in these situations. So therefore, the transition from laminar to the turbulent boundary layer you have to be observed. So the short length over which the laminar boundary layer changes to the turbulent is called transition zone. And downstream of the transition zone, the boundary layer becomes the turbulent. Then very important part about the laminar sublayer, meaning of the laminar sublayer. So this is the region in the turbulent boundary layer zone very close to the solid boundary. You have seen with the diagram. And the viscous effects are dominant. Thickness of this layer is very small. Variation of the velocity is assumed to be linear. Hence the velocity gradient is also constant. That means the du by dy parameter. So we can write u by y parameter. This is velocity gradient parameter. So the shear stress in this layer is a constant and is equal to the boundary shear stress, that is a tau 0. So tau 0 is equal to mu into du by dy as per the Newton's law of viscosity, and which is now equal to the 0. Tau 0 is 0, that is shear stress is 0. Therefore, you have to write mu into the small u by y parameter. Therefore, the thickness of the laminar sublayer, which represents as a delta dash, and which is now equal to 11.6 v by mu by u. So please remember this equation. Delta dash is equal to 11.6 mu by u star, and the u star represents as shear velocity, and which is now equal to square root of tau 0 by rho now. A boundary layer thickness, that is three important parameters, and always the question shall be asked in examination about the nominal thickness, boundary layer thickness, displacement boundary layer thickness, momentum thickness, and energy thickness. So nominal boundary layer thickness denotes delta, delta star, theta, and delta double star. So let us see one by one. So nominal boundary layer thickness is nothing but it is distance measured perpendicular to the plate at which the velocity is equal to 0.99 u. U represents free stream velocity. So you see the diagram. This is the part of nominal boundary layer thickness, delta, from the boundary portion. So displacement thickness is nothing but it is the distance through which the plate should be moved in outward direction, that is in y direction, in order to compensate for reduction in the discharge on account of the formation of boundary layer. So see the diagram, how this flow is separated, and this delta, you know, the delta star, you should be write it, that is if you are considering any one of the elementary strip inside the flow, and the corresponding area is equal to dA is equal to b into dy, consider a small strip at any distance y from the plate and of the thickness dy. Please remember, and width is b perpendicular to paper as shown in the figure. So the area of strip dA is equal to b into dy. So therefore, if you are substituting these equations, discharge flowing to the small strip, so inside the boundary layer u into dA, this is the equation. Discharge flowing through the same area dA, that is u into dA, which must be equal to u into b into dy. Reduction in the discharge for small strip, that is taken the difference, which is now equal to capital U, that is free stream velocity minus u into B into dy. Then total reduction in discharge, that is the having the limitation 0 to the delta. So you take this parameter, write the equation number 1, and as per the definition, delta star, to compensate for the reduction in discharge given by the earlier equation and which move through a distance delta star. See here, delta star in outward direction as shown in the figure from the boundary portion. So therefore, finally you got this equation delta star is equal to the integration of 0 to the delta into 1 minus u by u now into delta y. Then coming to the third part, that is momentum thickness, which represents as the theta. Momentum thickness is nothing but it is the distance through which the plate should be moved in outward direction, that is in y direction, in order to compensate for reduction in the momentum on account of the formation of bond layer. So the theta can be how it is to be explained. Same way you have to consider and find out the mass. See the diagram, boundary layer. Then consider any one of the elemental strip. B is the width of the considered areas, and area of the strip is equal to B into dy. Therefore, mass per unit time, mass density into discharge. It can be written as rho into u into B into dy. Then momentum thickness, that is momentum flux is nothing but momentum per unit time through the small strip, which is now equal to rho into the discharge, that is the discharge is nothing but ub into dy into the u now. So the momentum can be worked out by using these equations, that means inside this boundary layer. So momentum flux through the small strip outside the boundary layer of the same mass, which is now equal to rho ub dy into the u. So taking the difference, that gives the value of reduction in the momentum flux. So you get the final equation, and taking the limitations and integrating these parameters, so that you will be getting the full area we are considering for small elemental strip, and for finding the total effects. So therefore you take the integration. So as per the definition of theta, to compensate for the reduction in discharge given by the equation 4, the plate should be moved through a distance theta in the outward directions. So then finally you got this equation for momentum thickness, that is theta is equal to integration of 0 to d small u by capital U into bracket 1 minus u by u into the dy. And the last one, energy thickness. Energy thickness, it is nothing but it is the distance, it denotes the delta double star. The distance through which the plate should be moved in outward direction, that is in y direction, in order to compensate for the reduction in the kinetic energy on account of this formation of the bond layer. Therefore, mass per unit time through the small strip is nothing but mass density into the discharge. So rho ub into dy. Then kinetic energy is nothing but 1/2 mu square. So 1/2 rho into ub dy into u square. Kinetic energy per unit time through the small stream outside the boundary layer, which is now equal to 1/2 rho ub dy into capital U square. Then find out the reduction in the kinetic energy as usual. So take this difference, then total reduction in the kinetic energy per unit time, you will be getting this and integrating this term, so that you will be getting the total effect. And as per the definition of this kinetic energy thickness, to compensate for the reduction in kinetic energy per unit time, which is given in by the earlier equation, plate should be moved through a distance delta star in outward direction. Therefore, kinetic energy per unit time through the area delta double star into B, and you can write this equation. Equating the equation number 7 and 8, we'll get the equation for this kinetic energy thickness, that is a delta double star integration of 0 to d u by capital U 1 minus u square by u square into the dy. So the numerical examples, and we'll have to club all these equations. So your problem shall be asked on displacement thickness, momentum thickness, energy thickness for the velocity distribution in the boundary layer, displacement thickness, As you are getting this equation, delta star is equal to delta by 3. Momentum thickness, theta is this integration of 0 to delta. It should be like that. And theta in terms of the, which is now equal to 2 by 15 into delta, that is momentum thickness. And energy thickness, where you are getting final equation delta double star 22 by 105 times of the delta. So this is the way to remember all these equations, and this parameter is very much important part in case of your examinations. And for this 2 days session, that is enough to you, and we'll stop the 2 days part now.